live stream. Welcome everybody. Come join in the live stream. Come join in so that we can have a good time together. Come join in. At this moment, I just want to thank all the people who have managed to subscribe to the channel. I just want to express my gratitude. Thank you for the subscriptions and thank you for always coming back to watch the videos. I am really grateful. They say that no man lives in an island. We are always, rubbing shoulders. We are always helping each other. Even imagine, even on the platform, you can't say, oh, I have a channel, and you just say, oh, this is for me only. You always need other people to come and motivate you and inspire you and encourage you. So that's the importance of, being a part of a team. I really like the word team because the word team is like, when you hear the word team, what do you think of? Me, I think of the soccer players, how the goalkeeper is always there to monitor the goalpost, and how the midfielders are always, managing the half of the playground, and they are always on the lookout for any ball going astray against them. And there are those strikers who are always ready to run for the ball and to kick the ball. So the soccer team or a football team is just a good example of a team. So when we are on the platform, we are a good team. We should be part of teams so that we always kick the ball to each other, and when the ball comes to me, I kick it. And when the ball goes to another friend, they kick it as well until we come up with a goal. So that's the aim, really. That's the goal, really. Just to support one another, to stay focused. What else? Just to be caring, to be kind, and just to support one another, and no matter where they are coming from. I always like to say, oh, people are all scattered all over the planet. So, oh, we have a new guest in the house. That's Noah. Noah Chabauni. Chahauni. Is it Chahauni? Noah. Hello, Noah. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name properly. Hello, Noah. How are you doing? It's lovely to have you in the live stream, Noah. Feel free to be a member of the team today. We just want to score the goals today. We also have Andrew Acha. Hello, Andrew Acha. How are you? Andrew saying hi. Noah is saying hello. And yeah, it's good to be in this house. Mary Z Easy Recipes, that's the name of the house. So welcome everybody to the live stream, and feel free to be part of the team today. Sometimes we have different players coming in, like substitute. We have everything, so we welcome every member of the team. So we have Andrew Archer, who is 67, here to support us, and unofficial, oh, unofficial T. Oh, unofficial T. Wow, what a name. It's really a nice name. So welcome, unofficial T, to the live stream. And I'm happy that you are here in the live stream. So we are happy today, and we feel so happy to have a live stream on this Sunday afternoon. Oh, it's not afternoon. On this Sunday evening. So initially I was just saying, I was just expressing my gratitude to the subscribers. Sometimes we forget to thank people. We should always thank people who are, they give us their, it's like they just give us their time to support us. They give us their, what else? They give us that genuine support, So we feel so happy to be, you know, to have such people who are there to support us. So everyone, feel free to join the live stream. Feel free to join the live stream. Feel free. We also have AK-14 AM. AK-14. Hello, AK-14. AK is saying hi. So AK is greeting me and is greeting everyone in the chat. Welcome AK-14. I really am happy to have you in the live stream. And feel free to be member of this incredible team. We are a team to reckon with. AK-40 said, should I sub? Yeah, you can sub. Subscriptions are free. YouTube, what the purpose of having these channels is just to have people to subscribe to your channel if they like your whatever content we are giving them. People subscribe, and people they can always attend to your, to be participants in your live streams. And people can also go to the channel and you'll see a list of videos there. Some are called playlists, some are just like like videos, some do shorts. So the purpose of having the platform is people to just go and watch. So I think the key words are watching the videos, then liking the videos, then subscribing to the channel if you are happy with the videos. That's the main thing. So subscription is free. It's just say, oh, I like Mary Z Easy Recipes videos. Oh, she's doing like cooking. And sometimes she does like gardening. And sometimes she's just all over. She can do any topic. So if you like that, then you can always subscribe. And when you attend like a live stream, you are free to participate in whatever is going on there. And usually we have like other people with the channels, they come to the live stream, and you can always just say, oh, for example, you can say, oh, I have seen AK-14 in the live stream. Oh, maybe after my live stream you can go and check. You can go and check his channel after my live stream. And when you check, maybe you like what he's doing there. So you do the same. You can also subscribe and leave some beautiful comments there, some suggestions. Comments are, what can I say? Comments are just, they are not like subjective. Comments are just free. You just say, oh, I've liked the way you fried that salmon. It ended up being so crispy, and I liked the spices you used. So those are some of the comments which you can, they're just like commenting on the good aspects. Or you can say, oh, I liked the way you use the oregano, but next time if you try to use basil, oh my god, you will love that fish. So that's what we do normally. We comment and give some suggestions or ideas, or just say, oh, the journey you took from Frankfurt to Paris. Oh, I was watching your journey. That journey was epic. And I've learned something from your journey. The next time I go to, maybe you go to, which is this other capital city? The next time I go to Rome, I'm going to use a similar, type of transport. And I think I've gained a lot from what you showed, in your video about the journey, you know, from maybe Frankfurt to Rome, So that's what we do. So someone was asking me, she was saying, can I subscribe? Then that's why I'm explaining that, yes, if you like the video, you are always free to subscribe. That's why today, my main, like, my first point, which I wanted to do, was to thank the subscribers. Well, sometimes we sometimes forget to thank the people who do good to us. So AK14 is saying, how did you, he's asking me. Okay, I can answer that. So AK14 is asking me, how did you get 1K subscribers? The journey is not easy. In my opinion, I've come a long way. The day I got 1K subscribers, I was over the moon. I couldn't believe that I got 1,000. I just told my family that, oh, look, I got 1,000. And, I was so shocked, but I was I had double feelings. I was shocked. I was happy. I was just, like, I was left in limbo, like when you say, oh, is it me getting 1,000 subscribers? But so that's why at this point in time, I'm saying, thank you ever so much to those who made it possible for me to go to 1,000, subscribers. So it is really, we can say it's like a privilege. So he's asking me how you can get 1,000 subscribers. According to me, as from this like experience I have had on the platform, I think it's not like, what I'm saying now, it's not like it's the real thing. But what I think might help is that you try to to um to do videos, do the videos, and what else? Your videos, I've read what some other experts say. They said your video should be like of purpose. It should be, what can I say? Let me just look at my other video. The video should be of purpose, and you should always abide by the YouTube, by the YouTube guidelines. Because if you go on the YouTube, like platform, there are guidelines there which you should always follow. So the first thing, follow the YouTube guidelines. And then, what about the video? What kind of videos should you upload? You are free to upload videos as long as they follow the YouTube guidelines. And for example, what can be considered as not appropriate for YouTube? For example, if things like unreliable acts, or like language which is not recommended, or like inappropriate language, you shouldn't use inappropriate language. Just a few examples I'm giving. So I'm saying, follow YouTube guidelines when you upload your videos, and try to work hard, like be consistent. They call it consistency. Try not, it's not like I upload a video today. Today is the 19th of October. Then maybe the next video, some people do that, but I'm saying if you are still starting, try to be a bit consistent. Let's say I applied in October, then I'm still starting. Then the next video is maybe in December. I know, like the high earners on YouTube do that, but as a on a point like you are starting, as a starter, you should try to at least be consistent. Yeah, have a bit of frequency in uploading the videos. And what else? And when you upload your videos, it is recommended that the videos should be of quality, of quality. So I think, as for me, what I consider to be quality is maybe when you upload your videos, try to edit them so that they are really like having a flow. It's like when a teacher is teaching about, maybe is teaching about the earth's surface. The teacher will talk about, oh, the earth is these physical features and so on. But there's no way the teacher will say, after talking about the physical, the topic is earth's surface. Then the teacher will go on to talk about maybe a cruise, you know, like going on a cruise. So try to have like content which is to the point at least, and free and consistent in uploading, and good language, and what else, and the setup of the video, if it's like a video like what can I say, the setup of the video should have a thumbnail, and the video should also have a good topic, you know the thumbnail and the title must be like related to what you are going to show in your video. So have a related thumbnail and topic, so that when the audience are your are your target. So you need to make sure you give the audience the best ever content, meaningful thumbnail, appropriate thumbnail, a good topic or title, sorry, a good title, and the video must have a flow. The video must have a flow. For example, imagine you want to maybe bake a cake. So you might have a thumbnail of the appetizing, the picture of the cake you are going to bake, and the title might be the day I baked the most delicious cake, so they're sort of related. And then when you go into the video, try to show all the steps until you come to the result, So that's what I think is helpful when you are trying to build up your channel, you are trying to have subscribers, so that when you show your video, if people like the video, they always come back, they always come back to watch your video. Okay, let me go to the chat and see what people are saying. So AK14 was saying, how did you get 1K subscribers? I've explained that it is a matter of maybe trying hard, working hard, and presenting your videos in such a way that maybe the audience feel that, oh, this individual is uploading good videos. And there are many types of content. Content types is unlimited. So AK is saying, I don't know what message. AK said impressive. And AK said, I only got 20. Yeah, don't, if even me, I started with like 2. Then Then they kept on like growing, bit by bit. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you have 20, there's always hope. There is always hope in everything we do, you know. That's why people always say, never give up. You need to keep on trying. Keep on trying. I think YouTube is like probably just for fun. I think it's like the O levels. Sometimes you do your exams and maybe you get less points, maybe in history. Then you can always write again. And then finally you get your history points. So that's what I think YouTube. Um, for some people they just like their success in YouTube is just like a rocket. They just shoot. Within like 2 days, they have like 1,000 subscribers. But for some people like us, we take it one step at a time, one step at a time, until maybe one day we'll get there. So don't mind about the shooting rockets. Don't mind about the fast train. I would take maybe some of us are on the over the ground train. We go slowly and sure until we get there. You know, it's like yeah. Uh, or maybe you could think of what else goes very fast. Maybe you are cycling, you take it slowly and sure when you are cycling. But when you go on when you maybe you go on, you travel by car, of course, the speed is different. The cyclist takes his time, and trying to be safe and so on. But the motorcyclist might just go past him at a fast speed. Yeah, so that's why we say everyone is different. And on this planet Earth, we are all unique. And our possessions are also different. Our achievements are also different. You know, it's like when we are like at primary school, the teachers always ask, "Oh, what do you want to do when you grow up?" That question is so common. The teachers like to ask that question. Or even some relatives will come to the house and say, "Oh, what are you going to do when you grow up?" They always ask that question. And you hear children say, "Oh, I want to be to drive an ambulance," and someone say, "Oh, I want to," these are the young ones. Someone said, "Oh, I want to be a doctor." I think most of them love to be doctors. And some other children will say, "Oh, I want to be a policeman." Oh, children love, especially the boys. They would say, "Oh, I love to be a policeman." And some would say, "Oh, I want to be a nurse," and so on. So we are always, that's the nature of us human beings. We have our hopes and our wishes, but there will come a time when you will, that wish, some of them we will not meet our wishes, but some will. So it's all different. People are unique, achievements are different. Some go by their word. From the word go, they say, "Oh, I want to be a doctor." Then you see the young one uh, excelling at primary school. The young one goes to do O level, excels. The individual goes to uni, excels. The individual goes to uni to a medical school and become a medical practitioner. So people are different, achievements are different, the pace in which we achieve is different. It's like I always like to think about, like when you are practicing to drive a car. Oh my God. The first day will be just a nightmare. You would think, oh, the car is going this way. And then the next week you think, oh, it's not stopping, and so on, So, but eventually, you will be a perfect driver. You'll have your license and you'll be happy. So, that's also, I think, is the case with any ambition, Having a YouTube channel is an ambition, and the pace of the achievement, differs from individual to individual. So keep hard, stay focused, and you will always get there. It doesn't mean that I have already got there. No, I'm still traveling the journey. The journey, I'm still traveling, but it's no point giving up, you know. So we are just talking about, it's just encouraging each other about how best to deal with, with the achievements, or with attaining our goals. And the guest had asked me about how to get like 1,000 subscribers on the channel. And who is that? And it's not advisable to to give out like inappropriate language. It's not advisable. So it's just that we need to encourage each other, just encourage each other and be supportive. We can keep on saying that, support. I've heard someone in another channel saying, "Oh, let's support." It's so it's so hilarious. So in a good way, let's support. You know, so that's amazing. And just be positive. Try to be positive, and like some people say, keep still. Keep still means just be there. Face the challenges. And sometimes when you want to upload a video, there are sometimes challenges come about. Sometimes obstacles come about. And you say, oh, I need to upload this video maybe for like 15 minutes. But sometimes there are challenges. Maybe internet goes away. Maybe the family wants your attention, or maybe you have work which you need to finish, you have some work which you need to finish. So those are challenges. But as for us human beings, we always try to what can I say, to face challenges. We always try to face challenges, and we always try to be overboard and just find ways of solving the whatever problems around us, and then we keep going. Yeah. So always remember the aspect of problem solving. It's like I want to have like I want to have like one 1K subscribers. Then you take that as a problem. I mean, in terms of solving. So you need to solve that problem. What do? You can seek advice, like you can go to other people's channels, you see how they are conducting themselves. Then you can always, get ideas from others. And even in terms of editing videos, you can always seek help. In terms of, like learning how to write the thumbnails and the titles, you can always seek help from others. Or even have a look at other people's videos, and you see how they are doing it. Yeah, then you can learn from them. Then by doing that, you are on the road to success. You are on the road to success. We always say, If Mary Z can do it, it's just an example, just for laughing. If Mary Z can do it, why can't I do it? So it's just a way of saying, if other people are trying to do this, to do this challenge, why can't I try as well? No. So life is is so exciting when we try to 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 uh, to when we have challenges and we try to to succeed, in solving whatever is ahead of us or we have. We have other people in the house. And Nasomi. What's this name? Uh, Nasomi people. Oh, Nasomi people. He's saying no, you don't. I don't know what he means there. What do you mean, Nasomi? We have a new guest in the house. We have Capri. Hello, Capri. How are you doing? We also have Capri saying hi, hi, hi. I don't know that word which you used. It's not a really advisable. What is that? What does that word mean? I think you can look for some better words to use. That word is, I'm definitely sure that it's not advisable. Just look for other words to use, and there are lots of beautiful words there which you can use. Lots of beautiful words you can choose from. It's like when we were at school, our teachers used to train us to look for like similes. Similes mean words which have like the more or less the same meaning. So if you come across a word which is like, oh, this word, should I use this word? It seems to be a bit like not ordinary. There are some words which are not ordinary. So if you meet a word which like a bit of extraordinary, just look back, the times when you were at school, where the teachers will say, oh, why can't you use another word which is this more or less the same meaning, which is more or less the same meaning, and then that will make life very comfortable and life will be very lovely. So that's the other thing. Before you come up with words, and when you are on a public platform and you are communicating with other people, it is always good to say, oh, this word which I'm going to use in this debate or in this like dialogue or in this discussion, is it really appropriate? So your conscience will tell you that, oh, I don't think this word is appropriate. So when your conscience is doubting about a word, so just try to avoid the word, and then life will be beautiful for you, and you carry on in the discussion and join the group and be part of the formidable team and have some beautiful discussions. So AK-14 is back, is saying hi, is greeting everybody. AK-14 is greeting everybody. We have Claire Dingwell is saying hello, is saying hi. Hi Claire, how have you been today on a Sunday? A Sunday is like the time when we have the slow music. We are just waiting for the slumber. We're just waiting to relax for, and to brace for Monday. Wow, that is amazing. So I'm really happy to have Claire and AK in the AK-14 in the live stream. So please guys, remember to just like the video. Just say, just it doesn't cost nothing. Just like the video and the live will go on smoothly. I'm just encouraging, if you love the live stream, just leave your like and it will be beautiful to do that. So today has been a wonderful week. I haven't talked about today. I don't know. I always love to talk about the weather, So today has been a wonderful day. I cannot complain. What really happened is that in the morning when we woke up, around like Sunday, maybe I usually wake up like maybe 6:30, 7, somewhere there. Uh, Let me wipe my glasses. It's a bit warm in this house, despite despite raining there outside. It's a bit warm. So woke up around 6:30 to 7, somewhere there. And the first thing I do most of the time when I wake up is I open the curtains and see what's going on, because I just want to know, what kind of weather we have. So when I woke up, opened the curtain, I discovered the weather. It was just like gloomy. It was gloomy, no blue sky, no showers, just a little bit of wind, blowing. And I could see a few leaves rustling, which I said, oh, that is really good. Because I was planning to go somewhere. I was planning to go and check out someone, but just after I did all the one or two chores in the house, and then I said, oh, I think I need to prepare to go and see this person. But guess what happened? Around like 11 o'clock, it started raining. So it has been raining since 11 in the morning until now. Yeah, there's been showers. So today we had a showery should I say showery? We had some rain, some drizzle. It was not like actual like heavy rainfall. It was just drizzle. So we had drizzle since morning until this very hour, until like 8 p.m. So it was a day filled with, they call it precipitation. The precipitation, let me see what percentage it was. So we had precipitation the whole day. So let's see what the precipitation was the whole day. So weather today, I just want to double check on the no, it is saying 100%. That means we have been having showers the whole day. And the temperature, guess what? It's really on the average side at the moment. The temperature is just 14 degrees Celsius, which is great for me. I love those cool temperatures, because if the temperatures are sort of cool, it means I have lots of energy to do whatever I want to do. But if the temperatures really go down, I become miserable. And if it get too hot, I become again miserable. See what we human beings go through. We are always like having different, moods pertaining to the weather condition. So Claire was saying hi, and what else? Yeah, we are happy to be having this live stream. And today I wanted to talk about something which is really which is really like amazing. I wanted to talk about something amazing. So I have two topics today. The first topic is we can say it is the topic is to be unfamiliar, or unfamiliar. So what is the meaning of unfamiliar? So this is the topic today. We have two subheadings. And the first one is to be unfamiliar of something. Unfamiliar of something. What does that mean? Unfamiliar. 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 So unfamiliar means to have the feeling of taking something as strange to you. It's strange, you know. For example, someone can say, when I went to that wedding, I don't know why my sister didn't want to accompany me. When I got to that wedding party, I was just among unfamiliar faces, you know. It means you were among people whom you had never seen. Everybody there was like strange to you. You know, this can happen. Unfamiliarity. You are among like strange people. You don't know them. You have never seen them. So there are many places where, I mean, many instances where we we come across being, you know, unfamiliar to people. Like if you go, for example, I've said I went to a wedding, and it was a wedding of a friend. So the only person I knew there was my friend, and I had asked my sister to accompany me. Then at last minute, she got occupied in something. So I had to go to that wedding alone, imagine. And when I got there, the only person I could I could see, or I could, you know, familiar, I could see as, you know, like familiar to me, was was the bride. Everyone else in that place was was strange to me. So that means I was confronted with some unfamiliar scenario or situation. I was like, everyone there was strange to me. So there are many, you know, instances where you go there to a certain place and you don't even recognize anyone in that place, and you just, you know, you just sit there, and maybe you just, you know, and no one comes to greet you. So because it's not their, it's not like their fault, because you went there where there are strange people whom you have never met before. It's like when you, for example, if you say, oh, today I want to, maybe you live near a certain like place of worship, and you say, oh, today, and you've never been to that place of worship. Then you say, oh, today, why can't I just go to that place of worship? You know, you go there. And when you go there, you don't know anyone. And you just sit there like an island, you know, because you are unfamiliar to those people, and they are strange to you. You know, so unfamiliarity is about not knowing, you know, the people there or the things there, you know. Or where else can you be? Even if you go to, obviously, when you go to a supermarket, it's very rare to see people whom you know. So all of those people usually are strange to you. So it's like another instance where you experience unfamiliarity, you know. So where else? On the train, on the bus, it's very rare to meet people you know. Most of the people in the bar, on the bus are unfamiliar to you. Like even if you are walking in the city, you see lots of people and you don't even know them. And that means there is they are strange to you. So this is my main my subheading today: unfamiliar. Unfamiliar things. We also come across unfamiliar things in our life. There are lots of unfamiliar objects or items which we come across. I remember the first time I saw um, the first time I saw a GoPro camera, it was really unfamiliar to me. I couldn't even imagine that that little gadget can take those, you know, those beautiful photos. So first time you see, you come across a thing, you are unfamiliar with the thing, then as time goes on, you get accustomed, you get used to the thing. So you can be unfamiliar to like a new gadget, even even this a phone, a new phone. It can be unfamiliar to you. You have never owned such kind of phone, so it is unfamiliar. You don't know how to use it in the first instance. So when you see something for the first time, what is your first impression? When you see, for example, what can I give? Maybe if you see a fruit which you have never seen before, maybe, for example, I always want to give an example of a dragon fruit. When you saw the dragon fruit for the first time, what was your impression? How did you feel? What was your first impression of seeing a dragon fruit? As for me, I think I started to wonder whether is the skin edible? You start to have those questions. Oh, what kind of fruit is that? Is the skin edible? Do you like eat with the skin, or do you if you chop it and you open it, you slice it, do you eat the seeds? So all those questions come when you are trying to express or to air your first impression. So first impression about anything. It's really interesting, to see, to find out how people feel when they are presented with something for the first time. First impression of a dragon fruit. First impression of what's this other fruit? Maybe first impression of uh, a pomelo. If you know a pomelo, my first impression of a pomelo was really funny, because what I did is when I bought this pomelo, I saw it, it just caught my eyes, when I went to this supermarket. Then I said, oh my God, I've never seen such a big orange. So I was thinking that it's an orange, and yet it is a pomelo. So I said, oh my God, I've never seen such a big orange. So I just went to just have a feel of this pomelo. And I held it in my hands. And oh, it was so amazing. The size, I just kept on looking at the big citrus thing, the pomelo. Then after some time, I asked, there's some lady who came. She also wanted to buy the pomelos, but for her, she knew the pomelos. She comes from a country where the pomelos are grown. But as for me, it was the first time to see a pomelo. Oh, we have Leah. Leah. Hello, Leah. Hello, Leah. Hey, Leah. Lovely to see you on a Sunday evening like this. How was your day, Leah? How was your day? I hope everything was lovely. Yeah. Oh, Leah's day was good. Oh, thank you so much, Leah, for coming to the live stream. I am really grateful and happy. I'm always happy to see you. My day was fine. It's only it was like drizzling the whole day, since from like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock up till like now. It has been drizzle the whole day, but the temperature is fine. The temperatures were like 14 degrees, which is quite okay. So Leah is saying, oh, that's lovely to have you, Leah. So I was just talking about instances when we meet like unfamiliar food, unfamiliar fruits. So I was saying the first time I saw a pomelo, it was new to me, and I wasn't. I had never seen a pomelo. So when I was in this supermarket, I asked one of a certain lady who came to buy the pomelo. So she explained everything to me about the pomelo. So I got so excited and I managed to buy the pomelo. So when I got home, you know, I because the lady told me that if it's like yellowish, you can start to enjoy the pomelo. So I didn't want to slice it in half, which I should have done. So instead, I started like peeling the pomelo, and the pomelo was like smoking, was like producing this juice, these fumes, but I managed, So this is how we get familiar to new things. So that's how I got familiar to the pomelo. So the second time I bought the pomelo, I was able just to slice it in half and then enjoy half of the fruit and then enjoy the other half at a later time. So the thing is, if we are unfamiliar to certain foods, what's our first impression? That's the question today. Let wipe my glasses. If you are unfamiliar to certain foods, what's our impression about them? Now, I've given an example of the pomelo that I like that. Oh, you like the pomelo? Yeah, it is really juicy and it's just like extraordinary. And yeah, in me, I love it as well. So the pomelo, so for now, I am now familiar with the pomelo. It's no longer strange to me. So when you get used to a type of food, it becomes like familiar and it's no longer strange. But in the on first sight, the food usually is unfamiliar. And what's your first impression? So I've given an example of the first time I saw the pomelo, what happened. The first time I saw the dragon fruit, because I think it's now the third year knowing about the dragon fruit. So that means over all those years, I had never seen a dragon fruit. And I didn't know how to consume it. But my first impression, I was really amazed by the dragon fruit. It just like caught my attention, and I was just wondering how is it consumed and so on. I had questions about dragon fruit, but now I am really familiar to it. I am also it is also one of my favorite fruits, as well. So when we see food for the first time, we sometimes feel amazed. We find the food as strange. We find the fruit as like mesmerizing. We find the fruit as sometimes we would think, oh, maybe it's not edible. You can't believe that you could eat maybe which fruit? Maybe the star fruit. You can say, oh, do you think that fruit is edible? Sometimes we have questions when we first meet a certain type of food. Questions just come to us. So, and there's also there's another food which puzzled me the first time I saw it. It was the snake god. If you know the snake god, that it's a type of a courgette, I think, the snake god. So it is also mesmerizing. It is also, it gives you some questions whether, oh, how do you prepare it? Do you cook it? Do you eat it raw? Or do you have to roast it? Or do you have to fry it? So these fruits, when we meet them for the first time, we really have questions about them. Then there'll come a time when we say, oh, now we know how to deal with them. And if you remember, the physalis was also something puzzling to me. The gooseberries. The first time I saw them, I was also wondering, Are they like tomatoes? Do we like cook them? Or do we eat them as they are? You know, the physalis were also puzzling to me. They are a type of gooseberries. Some people know them as the Cape gooseberry. And we also have, which one else? The kiwi berries. The first time I saw the kiwi berries, they were just like strange to me. But as time went on, I got used to them, and now I can, if I have money, I can buy the berries and enjoy them. Even the cloves. It is, I didn't know cloves, you know, like for a long time back, I didn't know them. But when I started using them, they became like familiar to me, and now I can easily deal with the cloves. I can make tea, I can add them to smoothies, I can add them to juices, you know, because now they are familiar to me. So do you have anyone in the chat with a fruit which they found strange for the first time? Any fruit you found strange for the first time? Oh, Leah is saying, I thought that a pomegranate once looked horrifying and I would not like it. Yeah, that's true. The pomegranate is one of them because it's just like strange, you know, that shiny skin, and you know, and the size as well would make you feel like, oh, this fruit is really strange. But with time, when you get used to the pomegranate with its little seeds, you just say, oh, this is just pomegranate. Let me just enjoy the little seeds of the pomegranate. You know, so such things do happen in our lives. We come along, you know, we meet fruits and vegetables which we are not familiar with. When I talk about vegetables, I remember the first day I saw the trampochino. The trambuccino is a type of courgette, but it is curly like this. It grows and it curls itself, and it looks like a trumpet, you know. That's why it's called a trambuccino. So the first day I saw a trambuccino, I was so surprised. I was so amazed by the trambuccino. And I was wondering, oh, how come it kills itself like that? I thought maybe it was because of the conditions in that garden, not knowing that it is a trambuccino and that's its shape. And I even tasted it. Oh my God, it just tastes like butternut. It is really delicious. So now I'm familiar with the trambuccino. Leah is saying hi. So if there's anyone in the chat with anyone ready to connect to other people, we are free to do that. Just connect to each other. That's how we can grow. So just connect to each other. That's the best thing we can do. So that's the best thing we can do. So today, I have another special vegetable. This vegetable, let me show you. It is in the carrot family. This is the vegetable I want to show you. Look at that. This one. This one. This is the vegetable we are going to talk about today. This vegetable here. I have 2 of these growing in my garden. So I'm just hoping I'll get a harvest from the 2 plants I have in my garden. So this vegetable here, look at it, this one. When it was harvested, the farmer did cut the stalks here. The farmer removed the stalks here. And it is a vegetable in the carrot family. When you grow it, it produces some yellow flowers which are really beautiful. And It is known to be native to the Mediterranean. That's where it started being grown, along the Mediterranean, the Mediterranean countries there, near the Mediterranean Sea. So this fennel is called the fennel. This one is called fennel. It is now being grown worldwide. And the bulb is swollen. Look at the bulb. It's like I don't know how I can explain it. It's like bulging on the sides. So this is the bulb of the fennel. So it is a vegetable. What I love about the fennel is I love the size of the fennel, because this one you can get, like, if you are preparing salads, you can prepare maybe like 2 meals from this little bulb you see here, or even 3 meals. When you chop it down, or when you cut it into pieces, it easily gets bulky. That's what I love about the fennel. I love its size, and it is easy to store in the fridge. It doesn't take much space, and the color is, oh my God, the color is beautiful. It's just that, like, creamish beige color. The color is awesome. It is an aroma which is really outstanding. The aroma is outstanding. That's the other reason why I love the fennel. So this is the fennel. Fennel, carrot family. So this is the bulb of the fennel. And it produces some flowers. And the flowers, do you know what? I have heard that the flowers are also edible, but I haven't tried, using the flowers of the fennel. But I heard that you can enjoy the bulb and the flowers. So, the reason why I brought this fennel is all about unfamiliar vegetables, unfamiliar fruits. So I have just had, I am on a journey with the fennel. It's like a journey. So what's this journey about? What is this journey all about? My journey with the fennel has been awesome. It has been about 2 years now since I began to know the fennel. 2 years. Let's go to the chat. AK is saying, yes, please. Oh, no, let's go backwards and see. Leah is saying, I am. And AK is saying, 14, saying, hi. And Leah says, hi. Leah said, do you want me to subscribe to you, AK14? And AK said, yes, please. And AK said, thank you. AK said, hi, it's me again. And Leah said, you can't find your channel. All right, yeah, she's trying to find your channel. So we are talking about the fennel today, the fennel. My journey with the fennel has been awesome. It has been about 2 years since I started to know about this fennel. 2 years, imagine. And now I'm getting used to the fennel. I'm getting used to the fennel. So I can say, seeing the fennel in the supermarket and taking it home for the first time was like a breakthrough. At times, when we discover new foods, it is something really fascinating. For example, when I discovered the fennel, I felt excited. It was fascinating. And, it brought like instant joy to me because I fell in love with the fennel. I like its size. I like the color. I like the aroma. And I like its versatility. You can cook it, you can eat it raw, so that's the fennel. So it was really instant joy knowing the fennel. Sometimes unfamiliar food has hidden benefits in them, like this fennel. When I saw it, in the on the shelf, just lying there, I just thought, oh, what kind of food is that? So, but when I bought it, I discovered that the fennel is authentic, and it is a new food that I have to taste. And when I tasted the fennel, it was just like amazing. It was jaw dropping. It was a surprise to 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 taste the flavor, and to smell the aroma of the fennel. Some of these foods which we see and which we say, oh, I don't know this food, let me just leave it. Some of these foods are really on the next level. Like the fennel. The fennel, is really on the next level. The size is great. The aroma is unbelievable. The color is just like cool and beautiful, and just that color which you just like. So some foods will be on a next level. If you don't taste them, you wouldn't know. So eventually new foods can become your favorites. So I love the fennel. Sometimes when I go to the supermarket and there's a cabbage there and there's fennel there, sometimes I'll just go for the fennel because it's like manageable in size, and I can prepare it in various ways, and I like the aroma and I like the taste. So eventually, new food can become your next favorite. The food becomes special, like this fennel. It's now special. Whenever I have the chance to buy it, I buy it. Because according to me, it's now special. This is special. And let's go to the channel, to the chat, and hear what people are saying. So, Leah said, never mind. Leah is responding to AK14. AK14 saying, it's me again. And Leah said, I can't find your channel. Then Leah said, never mind, I found your channel. Hello, Village Food Buy. Hello. Nice to have you in the live stream, Village Food Buy. How have you been, Village Food? Today I'm talking about the fennel. I love this vegetable. It's a bulb. I like this bulb. The size is great. The color, I can keep on describing it. The color is magnificent. I like this color. The aroma is on another level. The aroma of fennel is just nice. And what else can we say about the fennel? It's versatile. What can you do with it? You can roast it. You can bake the fennel. You can braise like you are braising steak. You can braise the fennel. Or you can eat it raw or cooked. You can make it into a salad. So who would love this kind of easy? It's just like an easy to manage vegetable. That's why I said it's only 2 years when I became familiar with the fennel. And since then, I've just fallen in love with the fennel. And I just, whenever I can, I buy the fennel. And sometimes I choose it over like things like cabbage and so on, because the size is lovely, the color is lovely, the aroma is on another level. So today the theme is unfamiliar things. First time, what is your impression on unfamiliar things? And as you get used to them, how do you feel after getting used to them? Here I'm talking about specifically about food items. The first time you see this food item, say, oh, what's that? I don't think I can ever eat that. But as you get familiar to that food type, then you start to say, oh, I was missing all these years. I was missing the fennel. How come I missed the fennel? It should be on my number one of favorite foods for like many years ago. But because you were not exposed to the fennel, you didn't even know about its existence, and that's why you were unable to to consume it or to prepare it. But today I am now familiar. I am now familiar with the fennel. When I go to the supermarket, I can even buy it. And in my garden at the moment, I have 2 plants of fennel growing, which is quite a good thing because fennel is now one of my best. It is now one of my best vegetables. So I was saying, when you meet new foods, they are unfamiliar to you. But on first impression, you might not like them. You might have like negative, negative impressions about the food. But when you taste the food, okay, let's start by when you see the food and you touch the food and you prepare the food and taste this new food, then you say, oh my God, I have been missing on such a wonderful food. So eventually, new food can become your next favorite. So this has become my other favorite vegetable. The food becomes special. Now, when I see the fennel, I will say, oh my God, look at that fennel. It looks so fresh on the supermarket like aisle. Then I go to check the price, and if it's affordable, I buy the fennel because it has become one of my special foods. This can become one food to look for. You are maybe when you go, every time you go shopping, you say, oh, that fennel in the fridge is finished, let me just buy another one, because it will take maybe like a favorable position on your shopping list. It will be one of the items on your shopping list. So when the wallet permits you, you can always buy your newly familiar type of food. So this is what happened to the family with the fennel with me. So it is now about 2 years now of being familiar to the fennel, and 2 years of consuming the fennel now and again. It's not like, of course, it's just like it will be part of your other groups of vegetables. So how can you prepare the fennel? How do you prepare? Let me wipe my glasses. How do you prepare the fennel? That's the question. How do we prepare the fennel? Obviously, like all other vegetables, we need to wash the fennel. But if you see the fennel is like wrapped like this. So what you do is, when you buy the fennel, you chop up the base here. You can chop the base off. This base here, you chop it off. The base is really thick. So this one, the pith is really thick. So you chop it off. This will enable you, because the fennel, the ones we consume are this wrapping here. This one is the one we are after to consume. We don't consume the hard pith. No, we don't consume the hard pith, this one. But we are after the sort of leaf-like structures. This one. So what I normally do is I will just like make some slits and remove. Look, make some slits and remove. Make some slits and remove until I remove the quantity I want to use. So you can remove this one, and then you wash them thoroughly. That especially, you wash them thoroughly, these panels. And some of them are like chewy. If they look like they are chewy, they are hard, you throw them away, you don't use them. But if they are like soft like this one, this one is really soft, then you can use it. So this is how you can, if you, yes, as you see, we have still a pith here. We keep on chopping it off so that we keep on chopping it off. The pith, this one, this is where the roots were joining the fennel. So we take a knife and make some slits. We make some slits like this, and we make another slit so that we can just like peel. We peel this. We peel this, ready for either braising, roasting, or salad. Then we do the same. Just peel them, just peel them like this. Because the aim here, because I normally do not like chop it as it is. I always peel the leaf-like structures, the fennel, so that I wash the fennel. Because you never know with pests, you never know, because this was like I was sitting on the ground, so you never know, pests might attack the fennel. So to make sure that your fennel is clean, that's why you have to peel it. You have to peel it and remove the flaps. So the flaps are the ones we are after. The flaps are the ones we are after. So we have a flap here, this one. Just remove it. Beautiful fennel. And you try again the other one. This one. We keep on removing. If it's, remember, you can always keep it in the fridge for a little while if you have like leftovers. Wow, this one looks so fresh. Look at that, so fresh. So let's do it. Let's keep on, because we want to go to the middle part, to the interior part of the fennel, and see what's happening there. And again, you see, this pith is quite, it goes on and on and on. So you can again chop it off. You can again chop it off. Yeah, chop it off. Then you take your flaps. Wow, look at that. And we continue. Look at that. You can always, connect to each other. in the chat, connect to each other. You can always connect to each other. Oh, look. It's really soft and crunchy. I think I'm going to enjoy this fennel. I'll tell you how I'm going to prepare this fennel. My favorite form. Oh, look at that. Ah, the flaps are loads. That's why I was saying when I go to the supermarket, if I see fennel, I'll buy fennel because it's manageable and you can easily prepare a meal out of the fennel. So we always do the flaps. So we do the flaps. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, so all is done now. It's nearly done. All is done. You know what? If you leave this in water, it easily starts propagating. So I will leave this to propagate, and within time you'll see these leaves will will live to grow. You know, will start growing. So we are leaving this one for propagation. So what is my favorite way of preparing fennel is, let me just explain what I would do if I was to prepare the fennel. If I was to prepare the fennel, that's the question now. What would I do if I was to prepare the fennel? I would first of all remove the flaps of fennel, separate them from the pith. So this is what I did. I have separated the fennel pieces and they are now like flaps, single flaps of fennel. So after separating the pieces, oh, we have Betty. Betty, hello Betty. Lovely to see you in the chat, Betty. How are you today? I am fine. Me, I'm fine. So today we are just showing how to prepare fennel, a simple recipe of preparing fennel. So when you separate fennel from the base, this is the base. When you separate fennel from the base, you get these flaps. So you will wash them thoroughly. Wash them under cold running water. Wash the fennel under cold running water. Then it is clean and sparkling like this. It becomes very clean. Because fennel, when it's on the when it's growing, it sits on the ground like this. So as it sits on the ground, there's possibility that there might be some sand particles, soil particles, even some tiny insects might be logging in the fennel. So the best thing to do is to wash the fennel thoroughly. Wash the fennel thoroughly and separate the flaps from this base, this one, where the roots settle, you know, where the roots were. You separate and you throw this away. You don't consume that one. Then you wash this thoroughly. So if I was going to make a meal out of this fennel, I would wash the fennel thoroughly, and then I would either I will grate the fennel. It is a bit of a problem to grate the fennel when it's separated like that. But sometimes some graters are really good. You can always grate the fennel. Or if you cannot grate the fennel, you just chop the fennel, you know, just chop into like thin, long strips. Thin, long strips, you know, thin and long strips. Make them very thin so that when you make the salad, the salad is, you know, easily, consumable, easily eaten. So that's what you do. Wash, grate, or chop into tiny pieces. So when you chop into tiny pieces, you need some partners to make the salad look nice. So what I usually do, I will use some tomato. So use just a few pieces of tomato to mix with your fennel. And then after that, I will I will peel an apple and chop into tiny pieces, like the size with the fennel. I would like sort of the same size as the fennel. Chop into tiny pieces and mix a little bit of tomato, a little bit of green apple, the white part of the green apple. You can remove the peel because you want the salad to be soft and nice, So you can remove the peel of the apple. And Betty said, I'm great, thank you. Oh, that's lovely, Betty. Lovely to have you in the live stream. So you peel the apple, you chop it into pieces, and then you join with the fennel and the tomato. Then finally, because the apple, if you want the salad to sit for a few minutes before serving the salad, you need to squeeze the apple. But the apple should be squeezed on you squeeze the lemon juice on the apple, onto the apple. So you squeeze onto the pieces of apple before you mix with your salad. This is just to make sure that the apple does not turn gray, because sometimes the apple will turn gray and it won't be looking really nice. So this is how you can prepare a fennel salad. You use thin slices or grate the fennel. Chop a few pieces of tomato for color, and peel a green apple. Chop some little slices of green apple. Sprinkle a bit of lemon juice. Then you can enjoy that salad. Some people can even sprinkle a little bit of olive oil onto the fennel. Even some people may put that a little bit, a pinch of salt into the salad. So we are happy today. We have 3 likes and it is beautiful. So I hope you have really enjoyed the making of the fennel salad. So those who are in the chat, you can always check on each other. You can always subscribe to each other, and you can always watch each other's channels, leave comments there, share the videos. That is a way of supporting each other, which is what we need to do. Let's support. Let's support each other and we can grow. Let's support each other and we can grow. Because this platform is like a public platform. Everyone is welcome to make their videos and showcase. So I think it's about showcasing. So are we able to showcase, or are we able to bring humor? I've seen some people doing beautiful dances on the channel. Some people are comedians. Some people do travel to many destinations. There's a lot for us to do on the channel. And the bottom line is it's free. and everyone has the opportunity to showcase their content. And but we should keep in mind that the platform, when you are on the platform, you are not like an island. You should be able to liaise with other people, to visit their channels, to support them by watching their videos, by leaving comments, and by even sharing the videos. You know, there's lots of things you can do to your fellow colleagues. You know, when we are on this platform, we are like working together. We are colleagues. So we should always support one another. We should always support one another. Some people even do some live stream where they encourage people to support one another, and yeah, which is really a good thing, which is a good thing. So earlier on, someone was asking about growing a YouTube channel. So I can say it is also a good idea to listen to what there are some people who have been on this platform for a long time, and those people have are really very successful on their platforms. So it is also a good idea just to get some ideas from those people who have like reached the highest level of success. So we can always learn from other people. Yeah, I think it's very good to have that interest of looking at what other people are doing and learning from other people. If you say, oh, I don't think I can learn from anyone, oh, I think I can do whatever I want to do, I think I will be able to be successful. Oh, as for me, in my opinion, I think learning from other people is a great thing, is a great idea. So I just want to say how best we can improve. I just want to say what I heard other people saying. It's coming from, because I heard other people saying, some giving tips on how you can improve your channel. So other people were saying we should learn from others. So how do we learn from others? We can watch some, the videos of other people, and we can learn how they present their information. We can learn how they communicate with other people. We can learn how they like present the video, because people talk about, I've heard people talking about the importance of setting up a good title. So we can look at a title. What's the title of your video? What's the title? Is the title appealing? Maybe in a positive, all this should be positive, 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 positive. Learning from other people in a positive way. Title, using a title, which is sort of like positive in that it is saying exactly what you are talking about in the video. So titles are important. The other thing I heard people saying was about thumbnails. They say when the audience click on your video, what mainly attracts them to your video? It's maybe the thumbnail, you know, maybe the thumbnail. What picture is there? For example, if you want to talk about, if you want to talk about, um, for example, let's say the title says, "My playful cat left me bursting in laughter." Let's say that's the title. My playful cat. My playful cat left me bursting with laughter. This is just, from my own perspective, what I would consider a title and what I would consider a suitable thumbnail for this title. My playful cat left me bursting with laughter. So when the audience read this title, what will be their impression? You read this title, "My playful cat left me bursting with laughter." Maybe the audience will just start laughing before even they see the cat. So this is a title. So how do we come up with a thumbnail when we have such a title? This is according to my perspective. And this title I've come up with is just came to my mind. My playful cat left me bursting with laughter. So, on the thumbnail, what do you expect to see? Do we expect to see maybe a dog in that thumbnail? I don't think so. I wouldn't put a dog in the thumbnail. Do we expect to see like an apple tree? I don't know. Do we expect it? I'm talking now about the thumbnail. What we would expect to see in the thumbnail. Do we expect to see maybe what else? Maybe an ice cream or a book? I don't know. It depends with your perspective. But as for me, if I were the one to have that title or in my video, my thumbnail would depict maybe the cat, maybe it's resting on a lampshade. Cats can go anywhere. Maybe I would, maybe I would expect to see the cat playing, a picture of the cat playing with a mouse, a rat. Maybe it brings a rat from outside, or maybe it brought something, some other creature from outside, and maybe it is just teasing the thing and playing with the thing. I would maybe use such a picture for a thumbnail. So it will like entice the audience to come and have a look at this, to listen to the video, to watch the video, because the title is linked or is related or has something to do with the thumbnail. So that's how I see it. That's how I see it. That our thumbnails and titles are of paramount importance. So seeing this title, "My playful cat left me bursting with laughter." So in the thumbnail, you see this cat there. Maybe the cat is lying upside down on the sofa, and maybe the cat is just, lifting the mouse or the little rodent, with its paws like this. It will definitely, it will definitely make you laugh. So such is such titles and thumbnails which are quite linked together, which have just a similar like connotation, which are just like having you just have that imagination. I think when you see a thumbnail, and the title, immediately as an audience, you should just like attract you, or it just like it will just start to make you have some imagination of what to expect in that video. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Let me come again with another example. uh, let's say your video is about, maybe I've seen a video where maybe your video is about, what the salmon do, that those fishes, they sometimes are seen to swim against the current of the river. The salmon, they, if the river is flowing down like this, I've heard that uh, salmon, the salmon fish, let me double check. I heard that the salmon fish can swim across, I mean, against the current of the water. Salmon fish swimming. Yeah, I heard that they swim against the currents. I don't know if it's true. Yeah, they can swim against their the current of the water, because what happens is when they know where they should go and lay eggs. So they say salmon are powerful and athletic swimmers, using powerful muscles for both sustained ocean migrations and short explosive births, needed to jump waterfalls and swim upstream. Oh, so I was correct. Oh my goodness. I can give myself a big pam, 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 pam. I was correct. They can swim upstream. Imagine that. So the salmon, um, it is said they can swim upstream against strong currents. So imagine the aim of this fish is so interesting, to watch the videos of the salmon swimming. So the salmon, uh, through instinct, they know the places where they should go and lay their eggs, and then eventually the eggs hatch into young ones. But sometimes the salmon, when it's another ordinary time, they'll just be in the river swimming, like going down the river, following the current of the river. But when such time comes that it's time to lay their eggs, they will be so athletic, like what the or like what the people have said. They become so energetic, so athletic. They can even like make some jumps as they head towards the places where they want to lay their eggs. So they can even end up swimming upstream, not downstream, upstream. Imagine they will swim against the water. So as the river is going down like this, they are going up like this. They are going up like this, and the river is going down like this, and they become so energetic. They swim up the river, and they'll go to a place where they lay their eggs. What amazing nature. So Betty is giving us some love and some likes. Thank you so much, Betty. So yeah, we are talking about, because someone earlier on asked me about how to have subscribers. Oh, that's the thing, which is so what a challenge. To get subscribers, it's a challenge. And if you have subscribers, you just need to be grateful and be happy, you know. So Betty's World is saying hi. Betty's World is giving us hugs and likes. So we can always support each other and, you know, to make our channel successful. So the thing is, I'm talking about titles and thumbnails. So, for example, this example I'm giving about the salmon, maybe you are giving us a video about salmon, the salmon fish, when it's time to have eggs, their eggs, they need to go to a certain place, you know, up the river. So that's the place where they will lay their eggs. And in doing so, they end up like swimming upwards, you know, up the river, you know, like going against the current. You see them going up the river to that place. So in such a video, for example, you are right, you are telling us about the salmon, or I am telling people about the salmon swimming against the river. Obviously, my topic will be, maybe I might say, what might be the topic? Maybe I might say, the remarkable, or the what a sight, seeing the salmon swimming upstream, you know, what an extraordinary sight of the salmon fish swimming upstream. So it is just to catch the audience. So because we are going to talk about what is really happening, why are the salmon swimming upstream, and what is making them, you know, what is making it possible for them to swim upstream. So the title might be the unimaginable act of the salmon swimming upstream. That's the title. So what about the thumbnail? The thumbnail is there to support what you are going to talk about in the video. So in this video, the salmon are swimming upstream. So what kind of thumbnail can you put there? I don't think you can put a crocodile there. I don't think you can put maybe a bream there, or a trout in the picture, or a what else, or the mackerel in the picture, maybe, or what else, what is the other fish, or you put the turtles in the picture. I don't think it will correlate, you know, it will like have a connection. Or I don't think putting a turtle, or pictures of mackerel, or pictures of bream, or pictures of trout will correlate with the title. So if I were to do that kind of video, I think I would put pictures. I would put like a picture of a river flowing down like this, a river flowing down like this, and then I would put in that picture, I would put, and I mean, there's a stream flowing downwards. You put rocks there, you put whatever on the picture, in the picture, and the river is flowing normally down like this. Then, against the current of the river, then you can then put pictures of the salmon, a group of them, a swarm. They're called a swarm, yeah. A school. Is it a school or a swarm? You could put a picture of them like facing the current, against the current. So the salmon are jumping and swimming up the river like this. So in my opinion, that would make a beautiful a beautiful thumbnail and a beautiful topic. So I think that's what, as far as I've read around and I've seen other people doing that, we still have, for me, I still have a lot to learn, in trying to do these things. The thumbnails, the titles, we still have a lot. I still have a lot to learn. So that kind of thumbnail would obviously maybe would like at a higher percentage attract the audience, and the audience would certainly relate the thumbnail and the title. They would see them, like partnership. The title and thumbnail should have a partnership, should like have the same goal, or should depict or should show the same idea, you know. So I wish I could put in practice what these experts say, because they are experts who are always, talking about thumbnails and titles, But of course, you need to really like try hard to come up with these these ideas which might help our channels to grow. And I like the fact that learning has no ending. Every day, every time we are learning, you know. If I like go to anyone's channel, which I usually do, I do go to other people's channel to watch their videos. I'm always learning, I always get one or two ideas from other people, which is really a good thing to do, which is really a good thing to do. So I'm happy because one of the audience, the thing, it's like I have diverted from my two subheadings to this one of how can you make 1,000 subscribers, because someone asked it a while ago how to make a 1,000 subscribers. So it's really a lovely thing when you host a live stream, because people are really good. They come up with various questions, and some of the questions are also helpful to the host. The guests come with questions which also are helpful to the person hosting. That's why I think I really like to do the live streams, and they're really it's a point. When you do live streams, it's a place to learn, and it's a place to appreciate your guests, your friends who visit you during the live stream, and it's a place to realize that surely when you are on the platform, you really should work with others. You really should try to support other people, because you won't grow on your own. So this live stream has been it's been an eye opener to me. So what I'm going to do is that I'll keep on, looking for ideas here and there, looking for ideas, and keep on like supporting other people, and keep on like trying to improve, trying to improve my videos, trying to do what other people are doing in terms of having better videos. That's what I'm going to try to do. So I just want to just an overview of what we managed to do today. Today has been a wonderful day, and I'm really happy because we brought this idea that sometimes we meet unfamiliar things or unfamiliar items, especially when it comes to food. My I was talking specifically about food. Sometimes we come across unfamiliar food items. Then what will be our first impression of seeing those food items? Obviously, most people would shun the food. Most people say, "Oh, what's that? I don't think I can even eat that." And some people say, "Oh, I've never seen that since I was born. I would never like taste it or even touch it." But sometimes when we have second consideration, we might end up touching the food, this new food. We are ending up buying the food. We ending up, let's say, tasting the food, researching about the food, asking other people about the food. Then our familiarity grows with the food. Then we become we become like familiar with the food. We now know the food, and as you like try the food, if you know you're not allergic to the food, you try maybe the fennel. You try the fennel for the very first time. Then you say, oh, it's actually palatable. It's actually really pleasant. It is actually have a lovely aroma. So you start getting used to the fennel, and with no time, you now taking fennel as one of your favorite foods. So this happens to us the first time we see food. So remember, I started to know about fennel about 2 years ago, and now I know that fennel is in the carrot family. It comes from a flowering plant. It originates from the Mediterranean. It is now grown worldwide. You can braise it, you can roast fennel, you can eat it raw, you can make a salad, even maybe throwing it in your juices and enjoy fennel. And fennel is very good it's believed to be good for our bodies. It can give us vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin B6, and fennel has lots of fiber. You can enjoy fennel, and it is believed to help your digestion. And because fennel has some traces of potassium, so it is believed, people believe that it can help with the health of your heart and your immunity and your general well-being. So I'm so happy because I managed to get familiar with fennel, and nowadays I really love fennel, and I am a fan of fennel. So at this point in time, I just want to thank everybody who came into the live stream. I just read your names as a way of showing my gratitude. So we have Betty's World 1876. We have Betty's World, and we have Village Food Buy. We have Leah. All these people are lovely people and very good supporters. We have AK 14 AM 1M. We have Leah. I've read Leah. We have who is that one? The other one. We have Claire Dingworld. Thank you ever so much, all the attendees. We have AK. Oh, sorry, I read AK. We had Capri. We also had Nasom people up. We have Nason people. It's a Sunday, and I'm really happy because this audience managed to spare their time for, on a Sunday. We have unofficial unofficial TA. Thank you to all those who managed to. And we have Noah Acha. It's Noah Chabuni. And we have Andrew Acha. Thank you, guests, for attending the live stream. We will be back again with another live stream tomorrow on it Monday at the same time, more or less on same time.